Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Today is 20 DPO and we're going to continue with tracking line progression. So I have the Walmart 88-cent test. That's what I'm just going to continue testing with. That's all I have right now, and I am saving all the results so we can continue seeing the line get darker and darker, at least until I get to my appointment on Tuesday, and we'll be able to confirm more with blood work and all of that, and eventually an ultrasound as well. But for now, I just find comfort in testing and seeing the lines get darker. So I am feeling good. I have not had no cramping, no pain, a lot of twinges, and I feel like little prickly, it's not really painful, but little prickly shocks. I get them on the right side sometimes on the left side. So I am not worried anything about that being like an ectopic or a tubal. Of course, that is always a chance. Since I've had my tubes tied before, I am at risk of an ectopic, so that's why I'm hoping that this doctor really gets me into an ultrasound as soon as possible. But I remember those pains with my first two pregnancies, the left and the right pain in the uterus area. So I am crossing my fingers and praying to God that this pregnancy is in the correct spot, and that is just my uterus making room for baby to continue growing. But let's not waste too much time. It's Sunday, Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to everybody. Let's go ahead and dip this test and see the results today. I did also start reorganizing my line progression tracking that I've been doing. I organized it by the type of tests, so I'll show you guys this once this starts processing. That's going through right now. Let me put a little bit more. So let's let that sit for a couple minutes while I show you guys how I've been keeping track of it. So I started off taking clear blue rapid results, and my first very faint positives were on 14 DPO, those top two tests. And I took them both in a row, so those are at the same time with the same urine, and you can see the faint blue line. And then 16 DPO was the next time I took one of these clear blue rapid results, as well as the clear blue digital that came in the box, and both positive. You can definitely see a progression between the 14 DPO to 16 DPO, plus of course the digital. Then I categorized it by the clear blue pink dye. So it goes 17, 18, and 19 DPO. 7 DPO, definitely a pink line, but 18 DPOs was really dark and bold and wider. And then yesterday's 19 DPO had me a little bit worried because I thought it looked a little fainter. But now that it dried, it's not really too much fainter. It does like thin out at the bottom here, so maybe that's why it looked fainter in the beginning. But I do notice that if you look at the control line of the top two and look at the control line of the bottom one, even the control lines are darker on the top ones. So maybe that's why in general this bottom test came out looking a little lighter. Still a definite line there. It was just kind of weird that it had gotten fainter, but I'm not worried about it because the way it looks when it dries now. So then I have a whole nother page for the Walmart 88-cent test because this is the one I'm going to continue taking. So these I started at 14 DPO at night is that top one, 15 DPO AM, 15 DPO noon, and 15 DPO at night. 3 in a row. Those are all equal to each other, but those are all at different times of the day and with watered down urine because I was drinking lots of water. So there was a line on all three. And then on to these bottom two is 18 and 19 DPO. I think they look exactly the same, which is still good because HCG is not really supposed to double in a normal pregnancy till around every 48 hours, but everybody is different. So I'm not worried too much that 19 DPO isn't darker than 18 DPO, but we will be seeing today's results because today is 20 DPO, so my 20 DPO should be darker than that 18 one. So I hope you guys can see the progression a little bit better now that I categorized it like that. I left lots of space on this one because this is the one I continue to keep using. Let's go see what this test is saying so far. These Walmart ones do take a little bit longer to develop, but definitely a darker line than yesterday, so I'm happy about that. I heard that these tests will never really get super dark, like the test line won't get as dark as the control line, but I guess we will see as we continue testing because it's definitely getting darker and darker. So that is 20 DPO. It's very exciting. I'm going to take it out the case and put it against my progression. So we'll be able to see how it dries compared to the other ones. I suspect it to be definitely darker than 18 DPO at 2 days later. And that showed up pretty fast actually. This will only get darker as it sits. So that is my results for today. Thanks again for continuing to follow along. I hope you guys have a blessed Easter Sunday. Alright, before I go for good, here's the test outside of the case. It's still wet, so it's gonna change a little bit while it dries, but you can definitely see it's darker and it's like a little more filled in than 18 and 19 DPO, where 18 and 19 DPO is kind of almost like ombre. This one's more of a bold line. So just wanted to show you guys that before it dried up, but I am going to tape this on here and label it as 20 DPO. Alright guys, see you later.